So this one, you're probably going to think, is a little bit simple and a bit of a cheat, but you're wrong. So agents. Why would you use an agent to source when, you might be thinking, well, anybody can go and look on Rightmove or go to an agent and find a property. That's not sourcing, is it? But, when it isn't. But I'll explain why you'd be absolutely nuts to ignore agents. And that's one reason right there. 95%. So agents have a 95% share of the market. So every property that's for sale at the minute in the UK, 95% of them are with an agent, an estate agency. The rest of them are, auctions and people selling properties themselves, things like that. So the thing about agents and the thing about property on the whole is, and I always say this, property is about people and relationships with those people. It's not about property, which sounds a bit nuts, but it is all about, and you'll come to realise this, as the more you source, the more you deal with things, the more deals you do, you actually realise you're using your contacts, you're using people, you're using relationships, you're leaning on people, you're leveraging other people's, skills, knowledge, contacts, whatever. It's all about people. Property is almost a byproduct of it to earn the money. Property is all about people. So agents, so this is where we're going to start on this one, is relationships. So a relationship with an agent, so what does that look like? Well, most people make the mistake, every Tom, Dick and Harry has done a property course in the UK these days, it seems, and most people are told on numerous courses that you need to tell everybody what you do. Tell everybody what you do. Tell them all about yourself, what you're doing, how you can, what you can do for others, and let everybody know what you're doing, just to build that network up. But it's wrong. It's all me. A relationship, a working business relationship is all about reciprocation. So if you start off walking into an agent on the high street and saying, do you know what, I'm a fantastic sourcer, I do this, I do that, I do this, I do that, I do this, it's all me. The agent will shut you down straight away and say, look, I haven't got time for this, I had one like you in 10 minutes ago, unless you're actually going to buy a property, I'll see you later. And you'll be kicked out. Relationship is all about positioning yourself. So don't walk in demanding things and telling them you're the next best, next best thing since sliced bread. They're not going to be interested. An agent does not have the time to sit there and chat away to you about how good you are. So how do you get involved with agents? How do you build this relationship that's going to work for you and for them? Well, the key is they can earn money. So they can earn money, I'm not sure if that's the right spelling, referral. So if you offer them a referral for anything that they provide, any property that they provide to you, or comes through them, it should say, any property that comes through them, you're going to give them a cash referral, so you're going to pay them, what, £1,000, £500, whatever it is. That's not to be sniffed at. And the thing about agents is, I used to be an agent, and it's a really tough time to be an agent at the moment because profit margins are going down, especially if you're an independent agent. The likes of the Belvoirs of this world and the Countrywides, they're okay. They've got a big market share. They'll be all right. But the likes of the hybrid, not the hybrid agents, the likes of the smaller independent agents, the one-man bands, or the agents with 2 or 3 branches locally to yourself, and that's it. It's a small business. they're seeing their profit margins drop. And the reason is hybrid agents. Hybrid agents are charging much less fees. The likes of the online agents. Fees are really low, charging way less. Just driving down the fee all the time. And it's hard to compete with that. It really, really is. And also, you've got the likes of, if you've got agents that do lettings as well, they've been smashed to smithereens in the past year or so with the tenant fee ban. The tenant fee ban actually made up around about 20% of the profit, and most small agencies don't actually make 20% profit. So that's why I've seen, a lot of these smaller agents have kind of disappeared and gone, and more are clinging on clinging on for dear life at the moment. So when you're approaching agents, I'd say approach smaller, independent agents, the smaller agents. No point walking into a Belvoir and trying to build a relationship. It's going to be harder. I'm not saying it can't be done. Of course it can be done, and it has been done. But smaller agents who are independents are fantastic for this. So if that agent understands they can earn money through you, so not just a referral fee, but kickbacks on other services as well. So an agent typically is going to sell houses and let houses, yeah, but they do other things as well. So they'll manage properties. So if you can give a kickback on their other services, so you say to your investors, well, we've got an agent in place who will offer you, 8% management on this property. It's kind of you're offering your investor a great service because you're offering a property, you're offering it to be managed for a price. The agent's in place, so it's all, everybody's happy. It's you're offering something else to the agent, to your investor, but you're also saying to the agent, I'll give you a referral of £1,000, but I'll make sure you get the management of this property as well, so you've got 8% a month as well, plus any other additional fees that come along with their management service. Another thing that agents will typically do is they'll sell insurances, not themselves, but through they'll get a kickback through a third party. So insurances, you can then sell them to your investor as well and say, well, we've got insurances as well if you need insurances. And it's all about building out this. And what is this? Well, to the agent, it's another income stream that didn't exist before you walked into the office, before you came across each other. So an income stream is really powerful, especially when you've got profit margins going down. So what they need is another income stream to mitigate these losses and drive it all back up again. So as long as the agent understands that through you they can earn extra bits of money, and it's going to be a positive relationship, and it's not all about you walking in off the high street saying, I can do this, I can do that, I can do the other. They're going to be interested in speaking to you and taking that on. But what that's going to do over time is it's going to give you constant flow of deals. Now over time, and obviously this is not something that you're going to be able to run away with and do in a couple of weeks. It takes time to build a relationship, doesn't it? It's not going to happen overnight. But once you get to that point, let's say, that agent's going to know what you're about. They're going to like what you're doing because they're earning money, and they're going to trust you as well, which is a big thing. And that's the key factor is trust. And once they trust you, they're going to give you a constant flow of deals, but they're also going to give you access to off-market stuff, off-market deals. And that's where you need to get this to. That's the whole point of building a relationship with an agent, is you want to use the agent, you want to help the agent by selling stocks that they can't sell and let. They build an income from it. You're building an income from it. You're happy. Everybody's happy. You know, it works. That is a business relationship. It's working away nicely. Off-market deals. So how do you get off-market deals through agents? Well, once this has all taken place and the relationship's firing on all cylinders, and you've got that trust there, well, the agent's going to pick up the phone next time, you know, property comes in. They think, oh, that might work for you. Then they're going to pick up the phone and say, look, this has just come in. It's not on the market yet. Probably going to get it on the market next week, some point next week. We haven't even done the photos yet. Do you want to view it? Do you want to look at it? This is what it's going up for. All of a sudden, you've got some exclusivity there, and you've got an off-market deal through an agent. Now, to get to this point takes a lot of hard work and a lot of graft, and it's not easy. And a lot of sources won't work with agents purely because they can't be bothered to put in the legwork. But trust me, this can work so well for you. In terms of relationship, I'll tell you a little story. This guy that I used to mentor a few years ago now, he took this to a whole other level. He was speaking to, kind of did a similar thing with him, but he was speaking to a local agent who was a small independent. It was just him, one branch. He was doing quite well. He sold insurances, he did mortgages and all sorts of things on the side, as well as selling properties. And he actually gave him the deal analyzer that he was using to crunch the numbers on potential deals. So he gave the deal analyzer to the agent, and the agent showed him how to use it. So the agent was getting stock in, putting the numbers through the deal analyzer, and then picking up the phone and saying, oh, I think this one might work for you. You know, it's a 10% yield, or it's this, or it's that, it's the other. You know, I'm not sure if I'll put this through right. Do you want to pop by and we can go through it together? The agent was literally eating out of his hands, using the deal analyzer, actually doing the work for him. I mean, talk about taking it to a whole other level. It was amazing. And he built up a really, really good relationship with this agent. The agent was super happy because before this relationship began, he was struggling. He was in this kind of situation. He was just about keeping his head above water and talking about having to give up his office and work from home. You know, and things were looking a bit glum. And then this relationship came about. Some referral fees kick in, some other services, management, you know, popped in, insurances, like I say, so mortgages as well. So all of a sudden his income was starting to go up again, and you know, he's a happy chap, and you know, the relationship is what a relationship should be, working for both parties. So when you're out there sourcing, don't discount agents purely because of market share. For one, they've got most of the properties, and two, if you can build a relationship and you're a people person and you can position yourself right, then you can get to this point where maybe not them doing the deal analyzer for you, but you can get to this point certainly where you've got a constant flow of deals and they're picking up the phone to you and offering you things before they've gone on the market, that's dynamite. If you can get to be in that position with an agent, then you know, fantastic, because it just makes your life so much easier, because you've got an investor there sat there waiting to go, you've got the off-market deal, link up the two, and the agent's already on board. They know what you're doing, you know what they're doing, and the sales process is so much easier as well. So much easier, it's insane. So agents, don't discount them, work with agents. I can't say any more than that.